We talked about a little bit earlier just about the culture of Texas and just how it truly is like a family. And I hear that all the time from people. It feels like you accepted just Bob coming in, trusting right away. Was that the case for you? How long did it take to really absorb that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was part of my commitment in coming here was that, where you're going to be somewhere, you have to fully embrace it. I had success in swimming before I got here, but, to get to the next level and to keep pushing, it gets harder the faster you get. And, I know that Bob has done it before, so I just had to trust in his plan and understand that, this is what it takes no matter what it is. And I think Bob's done a great job of integrating, the history and the culture and the tradition that Texas has, along with adding, his own plan, his own regiments, and his way of doing things. The first few weeks of practice were definitely a shock for me and a lot of guys on the team. Bob is very on time. He's very deliberate and detail-oriented on everything that he does. And so that's not exactly what I was used to basically ever in swimming. And so it definitely took a little time and wow, this is going to take some time to get used to. I realized that after the first day. But after getting over the shock factor, I think all of us were able to embrace it and understand this is the plan and this is what we're going to have to do to, be great.
Which is so much easier said than done. You're so young, and you just are saying things you just got to come in and you just got to embrace it, and that
trust the process.
Yeah, trust the process, which is such a difficult thing. Have you just always been like this? How do you have that level of maturity coming into a situation, even though I'm sure there were doubts that you were constantly fighting in your head coming in?
Yeah, I mean, when I was, growing up in swimming, especially in my high school years, I was fortunate to be a part of a great club. I had a lot of different guys who I was really close with, and we were a good club, and we would come into Winter Juniors, and we would get a team trophy. But I think my goals were always different from the people that I swam with, even the best people on my team. I've always expected a lot from myself, and I understood that the only person who can get you to the point you want to be is you. No one can drag you there. Whatever. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Yeah.
I could be swimming the best sets ever. I could be given the best sets ever. I could be doing what I know is perfect, but if I'm not executing it, then, it's a moot point.
Yeah.
And, Bob himself emphasized, he always puts on the workouts, #do your work.
Yeah.
Or do your aerobic work, do your color work.
Hashtag.
Hashtag.
He always does the hashtag. Always the hashtag. And it's got to be his favorite saying, is just do your work.
He does love Twitter, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
He's about the hashtags.
If you had to give a piece of advice to a younger athlete that was listening, swimmer or not swimmer, that is either experiencing a team change or coaching change that's having a hard time with it, what would you tell that younger athlete?
Yeah, so I've had that before when I was a junior in high school. My club coach had left to a new job, and they weren't filling the job very quickly, and I, still had my high school season coming up, and I was super stressed about it. And that was, probably other than the Stanford decision, was another one of the hardest times of my life. And I remember thinking, you've had so much success with him, what are you going to do? And, my parents had to sit me down and tell me, you've been great everywhere you've swam. You're great because of you. It's not anyone else's work or anyone else that made you great. You're great because of what you're able to do. Mm-hmm. So I think, advice to a younger swimmer is, just try and take, ownership of your sport. Get out of it what you want of it, what you want from it. I want to be, as good as I can be. But that's not what everyone wants to be. And, if you're there to, have fun with your friends and get good work in. I mean, if you're on a club team, you have to be there to be good work. But, you have to be there to, some people are there just to see their friends. And, that's not bad. Swimming is what you put into it.
Yeah, so true.
1,000%. So we are sitting here. You just told me that you were wishing taper was upon you, but it's not quite there. What do you do in this lead up? Because when this interview airs, it's about to be NCAA. So what do you do mentally in this lead up to keep yourself calm and keep yourself from getting too nervous?
Yeah, I mean that's something I definitely still, I'm working on, and how to calm your nerves for taper. There's always so many questions. I think swimming for Bob, I'm eliminating some of those. Did I do the right work? Did I do enough work? Or a lot of common taper questions. It'll be hard for me to ask those questions. I will know I've done about everything I could have done to prepare myself, and so. I think, just focusing on what I can control is how I like to keep myself calm. I don't like thinking about like my races too far in advance. You can do the visualization things maybe, but that's not something like, you want to do every day or, think about it all the time. I think in taper especially, it's all about being happy. Eddie loved to say a happy swimmer is a fast swimmer. Just doing things that, what are you going to enjoy? Playing cards with your friends at the hotel at the meet. Just doing really anything to kind of take your mind off swimming is what I like to do.
Are you a video game guy?
Yes.
Which one?
The Call of Duty, Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League.
I know the first one.
I was like, got it, and you lost me. Are you playing with all the guys on the team?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like, are you playing with guys online?
Yeah.
Because my husband recently just got it. There needs to be a filter on that thing because people say things that, like, I think, like, it's unimaginable. Obviously don't speak to it.
Yeah.
That was not a question. Don't answer that.
But it's like, no, there's like 10-year-olds saying the most vulgar stuff.
Yeah, if you go on the public mics, there's you'll hear crazy things.
Yeah. Just keep it to the teammates.